The other day I was scrolling Instagram and I saw an ad for a game named BioMutant. It had over 2,000 comments, and unlike other game ads, like say Marvel Avengers, the comments weren't simply people flaming the game as being dead or being shit. In fact, there seemed to be a lot of positivity and anticipation about the game. Naturally, this made me curious, and when a YouTube search revealed mostly game demos dating back to 2018, I got even more curious. In fact, even on their official site, until their recent release date announcement, their latest news update was back in 2018. So in this video, I'm going to answer the question both I and you might have. What exactly is BioMutant? BioMutant is described as a single-player third-person action RPG in an open-world environment. In the game, you'll create your own character, an animal warrior that is completely customizable. It seems like they're doing some pretty fun things with the character customizer that will affect gameplay, but I'll go into that later. The game is being made by a small Swedish studio, Experiment 101, a studio that opened in 2015 and was started by former Avalanche Studio employees, who were most notable for the Just Cause franchise. Now, on the surface, they hit a lot of the open-world RPG buzzwords when talking about the game, for example, emphasizing the role of different gear, crafting, vibrant characters, and your actions playing a role in deciding the outcome of the story. But when looking deeper into what we've been given so far, it does seem like this is more than lip service from the developers, and that they've genuinely put time and effort into creating a good RPG experience. Now, standard disclaimer, a lot of this info is from 2018, before they went silent while working on the game. So let me explain what I mean. Remember that character customizer I mentioned? Well, the attributes you design your character with will actually play an active role in your character's stats, and not just be for aesthetic. For example, if you make your guy hefty, he will take more damage, but he'll be a lot slower. They might not be the first to do this, but given what we've been getting from character customizers in RPGs recently, I think it's a really neat idea to be brought back into the genre. And that's not all. As the game suggests, your warrior is a mutant. As you progress through the game, you'll actually physically be able to mutate your character. Rather than abilities being a simple stat punch, you'll see how it affects your character, and it has an in-game role as well. For example, being exposed to biocontamination will lead to physical mutations, and being exposed to radioactivity can lead to mental abilities. This is where my attention started to pick up on the game. When it comes to the story, as I said, they give you the typical lines of it being non-linear, having branching storylines, and that your decisions will affect the outcome of the game. The official plot is essentially that the world is struck by a natural disaster, and the Tree of Life, which gives life to the world, is under attack. As a player, you have to go to the different roots and destroy a creature that is gnawing at the root and destroying the Tree of Life. There is also mention of a faction system with 6 tribes, 3 that want to heal the tree and 3 that want to be independent. The player can ally with a tribe and grow their power by attacking other tribes or choose a more pacifist route. In terms of characters in the world, there is a karma system with NPCs and a companion system for recruitable allies. They say the story is mission-based and missions are given by certain characters. Quests will be given by characters, and the more you interact with the given character, the more that quest line opens up. So at this point you might be thinking this all sounds too good to be true. Well, let me offer something to help quell your justified cynicism. In a recent IGN interview, the studio head said that quality assurance was what they had been working on for the past year. He also stated that the final game script is close to 250,000 words, when in 2019 it was just under 100,000 words. All that is to say, by the looks of it, they're putting the work in, making sure this game is ready to launch. Now keep in mind, this is a studio of 20 people, and they do sound realistic about their goals. They aren't promising the world when talking about the game. The last thing I want to touch on is what they say about crafting and gear. While the game is marketed with the melee combat being a focus, there is a variety of weapons available to you, including revolvers, rifles, and shotguns that can all be modified through crafting. You'll also be able to craft gear that will help you travel throughout the world. When it comes to gear, it sounds like they're going for the same amount of in-world practicality as the character creator. For example, needing a gas mask and oxygen tank to explore certain sections they call dead zones, and clothing that will help protect against certain weather conditions or contamination. So as we come to a close, I refer back to my original question: what is BioMutant? The conclusion I've come to is that it's an ambitious open world RPG made by a small, passionate group that has the potential to be something special. Currently, the release date is set for May 25th on PS4, Xbox, and PC, and I assume it'll be playable on next gen as well. I definitely think people should keep their eye out for this game when it drops if it's something that sounds interesting to you. The developers seem focused on staying quiet and working hard rather than building hype, which I think we can all agree is a good thing. Until next time, see you guys later.